Alright, y'all, so in this video I wanted to show a scenario between buying an older car versus buying a newer car. So with the older car, in this scenario, it would be buying with a personal loan, and the newer car would just be with the car loan. So I'm making this video for people who need a car, and they don't know, like, what routes to go for as far as buying a car, or they trying to figure out which route would be best for them, which route could probably save them more money, or you know which route is like more financially wise, or which car would be best to get, like whether they should get an older car versus a newer car, as far as like if something break down or something like that. So this is made for probably more for like a student, college student who just got out of school, or maybe even a high school student that graduated. Or this might just be for somebody who who's older, and they just want to get a new car and they trying to figure things out. So that's what this video is for. So let's get into it. So on this side you have the older car, right? This will be the older car, the personal loan. Like these are these details. And then a newer car will be on this side. So you're buying a newer car with a car loan, and these are the details that I'm using. The car terms, or the loan terms, right? And so these are the different types of terms. Loan amount, down payment, interest rate, all of that. So let's start with the older car with the personal loan. So let's say you're looking at a car. It's around $5,000. Now this could be less. I'm using 5,000, but this is not like don't think this is like an amount that you want to kind of have as your standard. I'm just using 5,000. It can be 2,500. It could be 2,000. I bought a car for 1,800, $1,800, and I had it for like a year, and it's still good. So it don't. It's all about you vetting the car too. But we're not talking about really vetting the car too much. We're just talking about the numbers a little bit in this. But of course, vetting the car is a very important part of buying the older car. Of course, I don't want to leave that out. But let's just say, okay, so $5,000, you see a car, older car. Let's say in the early 2000s, this car you want to buy 2000, maybe not early 2000, maybe like 2006, 2007, 2008, like maybe somewhere around those years, 2009, 2010, maybe a little more up around 2009, 2010, something like that, right? And then down payment, there would be no down payment because you're getting it with a personal loan. You don't have to get with a personal loan, but in this scenario, you're getting it with a personal loan. And so let's say the interest rate would be around 10%. This is what personal loans will typically be, around 10%. Let's say your credit is pretty good. You've been building it up. You've been just doing the normal thing, doing the wise thing. Your credit is decent. So let's say the personal loan is around 10%. Your payback period is around 5 years. From what I know, I don't think too many personal loans will go past 5 years. Could be wrong, but the ones I've seen, they don't go past 5 years. It's either 5 years or less. So based on these terms, your monthly payment will be $106.24. I used the amortization calculator to get this, right? So now you have the car insurance. Let's say it's around $150. The car insurance, see, with this, the older car, you're not. I'm putting it as if you're not getting the full coverage insurance. You're a little bit flexible with the amount of insurance you want to have. But if this is like, let's say you get something pretty decent, insurance that's pretty decent. It's not the lowest. You kind of meeting, a little high, a little, probably not too high, I guess, but this is like, you have some pretty good terms. I'm not gonna get too much into car insurance, but you have some pretty good terms, and this could be lower, could be higher. I'm in South Florida, so I'm basing it off of, South Florida really, and it'll probably be around 150, right? Let's just say. So let's go over here to the newer car now. So let's say the newer car you want, or you're comparing, is around $20,000, right? So it could be, now this could be lower as well. This could be 15,000. It could be 10,000. It could be higher, 25,000, 30. But this is just showing you how you can compare, the numbers and things, and figure out how what decision you want to make. So let's say the down payment is nothing, same as the older car. Let's say you're walking up the lot with no down payment, and let's say the interest rate is 3.5%. So the car note the interest rate would typically be lower than the personal loan, right? Now let's go to the payback period. So let's say the payback period is six years. The car note would typically is longer than a personal loan as well. So it'll be around 6 years. Then you have your monthly payment would be $308.37, and then the car insurance would be, I have roughly $250, based on the average that I looked up in South Florida. Would be the full coverage car insurance, because they're going to require you to get the full coverage insurance. I'm pretty, I don't know for sure, I'm not 100% sure about it, but from what I know, the majority of them are going to require you to get full coverage insurance. So the difference between buying an older car versus the newer car is that the older car, in this scenario, in this case, will save you roughly $302 a month, and you can use that for other things like investments, stocks, digital real estate, crypto, NFTs, metaverse, or even a personal business, or even just other expenses, or even just to save money. I don't know. Whatever the person decides to do, or you decide to do. So let's look at some pros for the older car. So the older car would have no down payment because you're buying it with the personal loan. In this scenario, it also have a lower monthly payment. It frees up. It have a lower monthly payment. That's not in all cases, but it's gonna have a lower payment if you're getting an older car that's much less than a newer car. So it'll be a lower monthly payment. It frees up capital, frees up your cash, so you have available cash to use for other things. You have the insurance flexibility, so you don't have to get the full coverage. You can kind of play around with it to fit your, what you think is good for you. But you do want to have a pretty, decent insurance. You don't want to, just get the lowest, and then something happens, and you be in a tough situation. So, insurance is important. And then the ownership, you own the car. Once you buy with the personal loan, you own the car. You just have to pay the personal loan back. The cons for the older car is that you have possible car issues. Now, based on my experience, I had two older cars, and I really didn't have many car issues like that. I would say that you want to get a car with like a new title, or a clean title. I meant clean title. You don't really want to get like a rebuilt car. What else? You want to make sure like the mileage is good. Things like that, and you want to make sure that the kind of car you get is a good car too. Like Toyotas are good, stuff like that. So this not to get too deep into what type of used car you should get, but I'm just kind of pointing out some things for you in case you do decide to go this route. the older car route. And then you have the newer car. The newer car pros will be it's more modern, so it's the look is more appealing. It probably have more features, more modern, up to date features, stuff like that. And it also may have some resale value. So if you want to sell the car after a couple of years, you'll sell it. Probably sell it for more than an older car, obviously. Then you have the cons. The cons are it's a higher monthly payment. You have full coverage insurance. Almost all the time it's going to be required, if not all times. I'm not sure. And then you have the possible down payment, right? So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. Again, a lot of this can be changed. Different factors involved, stuff like that. But if you are the type of person that needs a car, and you can't really afford to pay it, like up to $500, maybe it could be lower, $400, stuff like that, then you may think about going with the older car. You may think about going with the older car. It can save you money. Now, the only thing one of the most important things you do have to worry about is the type of older car you get. You want to make sure you vet it well, or know somebody who vets the cars well. Based on my experience though, I didn't have like car issues like how people kind of say. Like if you vet the car well, you get a clean title, you get low mileage, a decent car model or whatnot, like a Toyota or whatever. I didn't have that many issues at all like that. So, but it's up to the person. I'm not gonna say what you should do. I'm just presenting this scenario so you can see what kind of options you have. So it's all on you. It's all on the person. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I hope this kind of gave you some options, kind of open your eyes to some options. And I'll see you guys in the next video.